really say thank you just because he washed the dishes? Yes, I do. Because saying thank you isn't about weakness, it's about wisdom. It's about watering the seed of connection in marriage. And that's something that every wife that wants a thriving home needs to understand. So let's talk about it. So somewhere along the way, culture convinced us that men should just do better. And when they do, they don't need praise. Saying thank you somehow became a sign of low standards. Like if you thank him for things that he should already be doing, you're somehow settling. But here's the truth. Withholding gratitude doesn't raise your standards. It raises resentment. Hi, my name is Paula, and here at the Holy Wifey Academy, I help wives to improve their marriages using biblical principles. I've been married for 13 years to my husband, and we have 3 beautiful children. We didn't start out the best. I wasn't the best wife. I started out being the resentful, ungrateful, disrespectful wife. But God showed me how to improve my marriage, and he used simple biblical principles that we've had access to all along to change my marriage for the better. And it's been so good. I've had to share it with other wives. So let's talk about it. Gratitude is a heart posture. It shifts your focus from what he didn't do to what he's trying to do. When you say thank you for the small things, you're not excusing poor leadership. You're encouraging growth. You're actually encouraging him to become the leader that God called him to be. Not by nagging, but by noticing even the little things. Gratitude doesn't mean that you don't have standards. It means that you honor progress. We can hold our husbands accountable and still be kind. Just like you appreciate being seen for your efforts, your husband needs that too. So saying thank you is an act of respect. And in Ephesians 5:33, God commands us to show it. So 1 Thessalonians 5:18 says, give thanks in all circumstances. So gratitude isn't just good manners, which it should be, but it's also God's desire for us. When as a wife you practice thankfulness, it actually shifts the spiritual climate in your home. It fights pride, it builds unity, and it reminds us that every good gift is from above, even the small ones. The silent treatment, the checklist of things he's still not doing, the slow erosion of connection. Holding gratitude may feel like protection, but it's actually disconnection. If you want your husband to feel valued and seen, speak up. Let him know what you appreciate. It's simple, but it's powerful. I can recall before I got enlightened, for lack of a better word, I used to constantly tear down my husband's efforts. Simple tasks like washing the dishes, I would find fault in how he did it because they weren't up to my standards. I would find fault with how he cleaned the house if he tried. I find fault with how he did the laundry if he did it. And soon enough, he just didn't enjoy doing anything because every time he did something, it was a reason for him to be criticized. It was an opportunity for me to bring him down, to make him feel bad. And nobody likes that. But when I changed my approach and I began, and this was not easy. I'm not telling you I'm this perfect person. But one thing about me is I want to be obedient to God. I want to be pleasing to God. I want to, when I go in front of Jesus Christ on that day of judgment, he's going to say, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Okay? That's one of my biggest fears of going in front of Jesus and he tells me, I know you not. Even though I've done all these good things and I've done all these things in his name, he's going to say, I know you not, because I wasn't doing the right thing. I wasn't loving or respecting my husband the way I was commanded to do. So we have to make sure that every aspect of our lives, of our walk, is in line with God's will. So when I started, I began telling my husband, Thank you for washing the dishes. Thank you for coming home and helping me with, all these things. Thank you for cooking dinner. Thank you for taking us out to eat. Thank you for paying the bills. Whatever it is, thank him for every little thing. Whether it's small, whether it's great, say thank you. It made such a difference. My husband will now I don't have to ask him to do anything. Whether it's my duty or his duty, sometimes he will just go get it done. And I'm not saying he's perfect and he's always on top of everything, but he's trying, and he does so much because I'm so busy and I work long hours because of the nature of my job. And my husband has just been on it. He picks up the slack. But he didn't start out that way. It got so much better when I started to encourage him, when I started to give him, little praise and gratitude. It felt so good to him. And so he started to do more because he wanted more of that positive reaction, that it brought us closer. We have a better connection. We're better than ever. So it goes a long way. I'm not just telling you this because I want to come on here and talk. I've done it and it works so beautifully. So here are a few things I thank my husband for. Drive us safely, praying over the family, coming home when he could have stayed out late, helping with the kids, leading us in a hard decision. Even when I expect those things, I still thank him, because gratitude isn't for what's deserved, it's for what's received. So, wifey, if you've been withholding gratitude because you're tired, frustrated, or waiting for him to change, please hear me. Gratitude won't make you weak. It will make your marriage strong. I promise you. If you need help practicing this in your home, join me for my free webinar, How to Improve Your Marriage Without Waiting for Your Husband to Change. I'm going to insert the link in the description below. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share with another wife who you think this may be helpful for. Also, drop a comment and let me know one thing that your husband does that you'll start saying thank you for. You've got this.